Well, hello everybody, Smith here. Welcome to another and hopefully final episode of building this Star Wars The Force Awakens Star Destroyer Bay. And this is where we left it last time, and I can now sort of say that we've done 4, but there is definitely a 5th one at the end. I can almost confirm that. So what I'm going to do is I will now put the other one in using MCEdit, as you can see, and then I will come back and then we're going to reproduce it going the opposite way. So there it is for now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go into MCEdit and show you what I'm going to do with this and flipping it over the other side as well. Now, one thing I need to do at this end is I forgot that I need to have 2 light areas down here, so I need to port in another section which looks like that. So it's a case again of getting the exact, trying to get it up to the roof as well, because I've got to include the roof now, which is pretty big, so it should be including that, and then we will have, and if I take it down one, I'd like to take it down 1 under as well, because it just, actually that's fine, leave it exactly, and now I need 1 exact portion, both sides nice and straight, got the top, and then bring it back round here. So it's quite easy to do once you've done all that work like we did in the first 2 videos to get it exactly right. Yeah, and I've got it on long range now, so you can see the whole, done it 32 by 32 chunks, so you can see the whole thing. And then the other end, it's virtually the same, it's virtually the same block. I've worked out I can't transpose it, so let's just copy it. I can't transpose it over until we have finished. Oh, that's a good point. Get up there. No, it's not good to be up. Now, come on, up. That should be. Need to get this. The best place to get it is exactly as here, of course, because once I know that I've got it exactly that width, it will match up down here exactly to the position, as we all shall see now. Yeah, and it's done. So we shall now import that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just a bit funny why it didn't show. Anyway, we'll import it now. There you go. So we now should have that exactly in there. Yeah, let's post it in. So that's ported it in. We still got a funny design literally at the end, and what I propose to do with that is deselect is for the end it's going to be I'm trying to find the picture for that one a minute. That one is there, literally with a light at the end. Yeah, so that has another wide bit here. So what I intend to do is find, oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do. What I intend to do is, and it's straight as well, so it doesn't have, it has a little bit of a buffer. So it's quite interesting. So what I'm going to do is, I think we are going to, it's not got a stairwell there. That is oh, it could have a stairwell there, but no, it definitely hasn't got a stairwell at the end. It wouldn't need one with the 2 stairwells being there anyway. So what I might just do for the end is, it looks like we're going to have to copy and paste this section here. So what I'll do is I'm going to do that, and then once I come back to put in the other section in at the other end, I shall then come back, because it is basically, this is the bit of the, you're doing massive builds, but it's a bit boring. So what I'll do is I will come back once I have finished this bit and finished the other end, so I can show you back in Minecraft. But the other end, I have to, what I'm going to do at the other end is literally put another TIE fighter bay in, and then literally finish it too. So I'm going to make it exactly, almost exactly the same at both ends, and finish it literally where this. So I'm going to bring 2 across after the end, and then make it, and then after that we're going to put something else in. So right, I shall come back once I've done that. So welcome back. You can see I've finished this end as it is at the moment. So we've got the extra row in, and right down the far end. Interestingly enough, I've got to try and work out now how big this is in width, and I think it is pretty wide. It's almost a square. to get the flying ships in and out. When I've looked at the picture at the far end, and we've got a new picture now with, if everybody's seen it, the app. There's a app where you can put your phone on and do lightsaber fighting with some really high definition pictures from that, which is really cool. And this end, I have now done it to that stage, because what happens is, here is a funny shaped object. Then literally the doors, or the, as I say, the force field doors to external space are here. So I'm going to have to do a bit more with that in particular. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on, getting this end right with the doors first, because I feel like if I get the doors right, and I need to go as far right as possible so that I can then transpose it over there, because it's going to be, I reckon, it's going to be, that is not the centre. The centre is going to be somewhere over here, to be exact, somewhere over here. I want to be able to see the other side, of course, because it is such a big build, but we shall try it. I'll get, I can change it actually to 32 chunks so we can see a lot more. I've just got it on this to make it easier to build. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to, I think I need to put one more layer of this in, identical to that, so I can then build on it and put the door frames in, because where the door is, there's like two pillars, very narrow pillars. In fact, there are two more of these that are almost, they're totally close together, so the gap isn't as wide as that. They're literally, there's two sets of these pillars start here, and they're literally only got almost like 2 blocks or 3 blocks in between, so they're literally, I think it might be good to put like 6 blocks instead. I'm going to play around with that and then come back, and then we can start looking at how wide this is going to be. Okay, welcome back everybody. We have done loads. You might not think it, but you'll be able to see down there, there's some changes which I'm going to show you in a minute. The floor. What I've done is, I've worked out from the, there's a full picture, I've got a full picture of the bay, and I've been able to work out literally how wide it is, and you can see there's the floor, so it's literally 1 block from top to bottom, and there's a ton of block, 130 blocks high. It's times 4 to 8, so it's a lot of blocks. So I put in another roof section as well, as you can see here, and I finished off this end, so let's go and have a look. So yeah, so I've just literally done this end as such, as a reproduction of the other end without any fancy bits at the end. Now there's a, if you remember right from the movie, there is a big control centre that looks out across the bay, dead centre, which I have to do on this back wall, and it sort of comes back and round like that, so that's the last thing to do. So this is going to take a couple more videos to say that at least, but I want to get it right. So let's just hunt down the other end. So there, literally that line the other side is going to be the centre. I'll show you where it actually is on the other side of the map. So let's go down here as we go. We're going fast as we can so you can see how big it is. And because I've got like 32 chunks, the frame rates are slightly slow, but before we do any more, I will bring it back to 16 chunks in terms of viewing. Just wanted to be able to show you the whole area as such. So let's go to this corner. Excuse me, I've been playing around with this area, but looking at all the photographs, and I haven't done the fancy bit yet, so I just wanted to get the outline back. So as the TIE fighter flies out through here, literally you've got that area which is the same as the other end, then you've got this flat area. Now I'm going to put the dome object, it must be like the generator for the shield generator. Oh, it's like a mini shield generator anyway. It's pretty cool, so I've got to put one there. There are 2 lines of lights like this here, or 2 pillars which come up to the shape. Now some pictures have 1 and some have 2, so I've done 2 because I think it's within fitting with this. And you can see I've done it up to the roof, and then we've put, well, I've started playing around with it. You can see the light. This is literally the shield as it is, and yeah, I've got something for this. I know what I'm going to do, but I'll leave that to the end. There's a way of actually putting a a line like a shield here which you throw through, and I've seen that on other mods, so we'll show you at the end, and that's going to be fun putting that shield in right at the end, because it is going to be difficult to do, and hopefully it'll be fine. Anyway, so you can see that I tried it with 3 and I tried it with 2, so I tried it 3 high, and I thought, flipping out, that's going to show me too many. So when I looked at it, I thought, no, 2 high, and then I'm now going to do 2 high all the way up and 2 high up to the roof. And you can see now we've put in the new roof, but I've been very clever, as I will show you now, because it's actually higher in the middle than it is on the right and left. So when I do this, I will have to come up each time. Now that's slightly wrong in that when it gets to there, it's sort of slightly higher. So what I'm going to do is, as we get to this sort of section, I'm just going to cut out. That will come out as 1 layer less. In fact, this is 2 layers left. So if I just take out that 0, take that layer out there, and then what I will do is take a layer out there, back to around about, just to make it sort of to there. So we'll take that out there, and once I've got it right, it will give the impression that it's curved, especially from way apart. So I just need to get that right. Maybe I'll put it a bit further. We shall see. I might actually just build it all the way across and then cut out, working out how wide it is. So now, how did I do that? Well, I literally copied and pasted the roof section, including the beam, but I'll show you outside. I have moved it 2 blocks. So when I joined it up, you can see the beam here, the beam, the cross section, and then it goes up 3. So what I did is I ensured that this roof here, as you can see, there's the roof there, was 2 higher. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's how I'm going to do the roof. What I'm going to do first of all, of course, is once I'm happy with this and got this right here, I'm going to literally copy and paste over the other side, and then we can join it up. So that'll be the next stage as I'm doing. And also I'm tidying it up at the back as well when I come around to the back of it, and I'm making sure it's all level, so any pathways will be the same on both sides, although I'm not bringing it out the back too far. You can see the back of this as such, but I can tidy that all up at the end. So this is, you can see it's just absolutely ginormous, so it's taking a little longer. And when I looked at some of the screenshots, you've got screenshots where they use the lightsaber app, or light escape, is it? That's what it might be. And it gave me a whole new pictures of the whole bay and how it looked. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to literally now bring this down, bring this down to this level here, in fact. So I just need to drop, which one is it anyway? It's about, which is it? It's about, oh, it's there. So where's the center one? The center one's here. So it's this sort of way. So let's just drop. Oh, come on, drop. Yep, there we go. So that's quite easy to do, so I can bring that across. Literally very easy to do with WorldEdit, to be honest. And once I transposed it on the other side, I wanted to get it exactly right. Once I transposed it on the other side, I can then literally join it up. There we go. And literally I can do the same with these, just simple. Once I've done the template and done all the work, I can literally do this all the way across. And there's some stuff in front of it, so I'll add that later. But oh, that's the wrong one. Too fast. There we go. So that goes all the way across there. So I've just got to literally now, I'm going to do the shield generator tower over here. Oh, you can see there's a gap as well, which I haven't filled in, so I just need to fill that gap in here, because what I did is I was able to copy, paste this section, as you can see, paste it in and then flip it to get it up the top as well. But what I've got to do now is I've got to get the same all the way across. So what, as you see here, I was quite clever. I was quite clever in that I was able to get this literally level, and then when it comes to this section, I'll be able to literally do the same again and make it level. And I still haven't done that one yet, so because it sticks out further than those, so I just need to do that. And you can see here I've got a few where I just need to finish off and copy and paste in, just build it up as such, and that's going to be the one there, and that's 1 and 6, so it's quite easy. Oh, and yeah, you notice the textures? Well, it's the faithful texture pack, and but it's 64 by 64, so you can see it's much higher definition. So some of the blocks are really high definition. Some of the stone people don't like the way it is, but I like it, and it works for me. So there we go. I think we're all right to there, and that blocks that off. So I've got a bit more work to do on this to match it up, and then once I've matched it up, I am going to copy and paste and bring it in both sides. So what I will do is once I'm happy, in fact what I might show is once I'm happy, I'm going to copy and paste it over the other side, so we've got both sides on, and then I shall come back and show you what it looks like. Right, yeah, making some good progress now. Well, welcome back everybody. I've done a bit more, and well, the first person to spot the deliberate mistake, Cusho Cucalento, thank you very much. You contacted me on Twitter to say that in my building of this, I'd accidentally flipped and swapped the TIE fighters. So originally, if you go back to the clip before, you'll see that this TIE fighter had the red on the left hand side, which it shouldn't be. The red should be on the right hand side. So I've now flipped. There were 2 rows that were flipped backwards, and that's the danger of MC Edit, where you flip back and 2. Anyway, let me just turn off the settings a second. Let's just go video settings back to 16. There we go, done. Get me frame rates back. What have I been doing? Right, well, I'm trying to sort the doorway, and you can see it's coming together. So I'm quite happy now, and you can see still got to go right over there a bit further, but you can see now it looks like the doorway because it rises. Now also when I've come to look at the roof, there was a few glitches in it, so what I'm doing is busily repairing those. Like the lighting on these are a bit funny, so I'm sort of rebalancing this before I copy and paste it again. It's because it came from this one, it just got a bit funny, so I'm going to redo that before I do the big copy and paste. Now the only issue is I'm going to have to change, when I do copy and paste, it'll flip it. In fact, if I flip it, it may actually work rather than rotate it. I'll have to see when I do the copy and paste to make sure all the TIE fighters are okay. So I'm going to do a bit more of that, and then I'll be ready to do a bit more of the roof. What I'm going to be able to do, because of the way I've done it, the next section I'll be able to do the same thing. There are some like there's some red lights and stuff and some roof things. There's also the centerpiece is slightly different because I've now got the whole picture. I know there's like a center area which is slightly different, so what I intend to do is get this finished, swap it over that side so we've got the 2 sides done, and then do the centerpiece which runs down to the control center at the far end. But you can see here now we've got the lighting, and I haven't done the doorway yet, so I haven't done the force field, and I've now sort of the outside of it, as you can see, I've sort of started shaping it so it looks good from the outside as well. And on the actual movie, there's this is the top of the starfighter as such, which flies out across, so don't know exactly, but there we go. Right, I'm going to do a little bit more and then come back in. Still haven't done the dome, which is down here, which I'm going to do next as well before I come back, and then we've virtually finished this side and ready to roll. Alright, welcome back. I have been putting all the lights in the roof to make sure I've gotten them sort of right and uniform on both of these beams, so I can copy and paste afterwards. Finished off that bit there, and I put in this. See, I think what we're calling is it's part of the shield generator in terms of the force field generator here for this particular area, which will one of the last things we actually do. So I've just built it. I can't see it really clearly, so I've sort of, it's there. It looks very similar to the shape. It doesn't really matter because it's they come in many different shapes and forms. So yeah, I am ready now to do the reverse copy and paste of this to get it over there. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes out the other side. I've just got a bit more MC Edit as well at the back here, because what I've done is I've lit this up, which leads through to the parking bays at the back, which will be here full of TIE fighters, which I'm not doing at the moment. I'm just going to concentrate on the bay. And these are all facing the right way. Yeah, I just need to make sure that that's different over there. See, yeah, I just need to make sure that it's lit at the back here, which all I'm going to do is do a bit of WorldEdit, do a bit of MC Edit here, so that I can bring this pattern across over there. Once I get it there, I can just copy and paste across so that I've got the platforms. Okay, right. I think what I might do though is just put some glass here. This is the top, so I might just end up putting this as a almost like a platform which has a viewing area as such, and then I will do the same on them all. And that literally, that's how I finish this side off, as it would overlook all the TIE fighters in there, thousands of TIE fighters in their garage. That will go somewhere else as well. It goes off to some point of a part of the ship. I suppose I should actually just make that go over to here so that we've at least got some sort of walkway as it continues around the ship. Yeah, there we go. We'll do that. And if I do, nope, just want to make it like finished off, just don't want it too untidy at the rear. And that wall there, yeah, there we go. Right, I should literally finish that off at the back, and then next time you come back I will have it completely swapped over, hopefully. We shall see. So welcome back everybody. We have done both sides. However, as you will see, I'm not sure it's I think it's a bit too close. I am at being able to see it at 32 chunks, so I think it needs to go further to the right, but I wanted to see and try it out first of all. Oh, it even looks like a Star Destroyer coming out of the top, but it's not. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to do it a bit wider, although I'll be interested in your thoughts when you see the video to see what you think. Put your comments in whether it should be wider. Personally, it should be, as I said, every one block should be 4.28. So when I did it a bit further afield, and then I thought, oh, I'll bring it together. Because when you get these ships out, they all come out. You need two runways really for coming in and coming out, but the video online shows much bigger area. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Also, it's all lined up, as you can see. Look at the floor. So it will be very easy. Now what I had to do is do it in 4 sections. I had to mirror that one, rotate this one to make sure the ships had their red sides are the right way around, so that's all cool. And then interesting enough, I can't show you the picture now, but there is like a centerpiece here. So what I want you, should I do it wider? That's the question. I might actually do 2 versions. I might do this version so most people can see what's there. I'm not really sure, but yeah, so what I've got to do now, you can see at this end will be the control center. Now this is where I will show you why I think it's got to be bigger, because once you get down here, The doorway's way away, and if you've seen the pictures, this right hand side is way over. It's much further afield. So let me just come down here. So when we get to the end down here, we have got to put the control center in, because there's a massive control center looking out. So now you can see what I mean about being not wide enough. So what I might do is I will make it like this. In fact, no, I won't make it like this. I will make it, yeah, because I could literally do that roof. So this wall, there's a wall here, there'll be a wall here, access points, so it's almost like the last video where we've got to do the back wall. And if you remember rightly, there was a control centre here where they were looking out at what was going on when the ships were being, well, the ship was being stolen. So yeah, it does look good like this. I sort of did it like this so it fits into the screen. But even if I did it over here, I think I might actually move it that far. It might be worth moving it. Then yeah, if I move that way out and see what it looks like, I think that's what's going to happen. Then I can use these roof panels. I can just copy and paste those in, do a double roof panel. What I was going to do for this one was just copy and paste this beam and these beams to make it double, and then put the centerpiece in. So there you go. It's taken a lot more work again because I had to work behind the scenes. If I go up here out the way and round the back, and I've put it in maximum light just to show you so you can see it, and I will go back to using shaders. And what I did was I matched up all the backs. You can imagine the size of the ship. Just some perspective on it. These TIE fighters coming from the garage at the back here on both sides. So I've sort of said you couldn't, the ship would be a lot thinner, I feel, because you couldn't have a ship with this. It'd be all sort of box sections, and all of them at the back now look the same. So they've all got these platforms which would go into the back garage. Right, well that's it for now. I thought I'd get this video out to everybody where we're at to, and look at how I wanted to see how it looked in terms of gap, and I think I've talked myself into it that it's not wide enough yet. Needs to be a wider gap, so that's what I will do in the next video, and I will start making the control center over here. It's going to be quite easy because it's it's almost straight actually. It isn't totally straight. It's got like almost like a curve, sort of an angular curve section. And that's the way it will be. Right, well thank you very much for watching. Please make a comment. I'm interested to know what your thoughts are so far. This is definitely the biggest single build I have done, but as you know, when we started off it was quite difficult to get these here. Once we got the initial thing in, we're going to be alright, and all this is going to be brand new over here. Right, thank you very much indeed. Bye bye for now. Speak to you next time.